Hi, everyone. My name is Allison Grosz. I'm a partner and an attorney with Hemrick O'Malley, PLLC here in New York City. Last time in my video, I talked about what is an NTA or a notice to appear and why is it important. And today I want to talk about how do you find out your court date based on your notice to appear. So, very briefly, there's a couple different ways that you can find out when your court is scheduled if you are issued a notice to appear by any agency that's part of Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. A notice to appear, which I talked about last week, is otherwise called a Form I-862, is something that can be issued to you by Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement, be it the Customs and Border, any DHS office, or even the Asylum Office. So oftentimes when a notice to appear is issued to you, towards the bottom of the first page of the form, and typically the form is 1 to 3 pages long, but you're going to find towards the very bottom of the first page of the form of the notice to appear, it's going to show that you are ordered to appear on this date at this time in this location. So on the page itself, oftentimes the Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement Office that issues you the notice to appear will actually assign you the court date, the court time, and the court location that you need to appear at. And naturally, you need to appear at that location on that date and time if it says so on your notice to appear. However, sometimes you're issued a notice to appear and it says that you are ordered to appear at a to be determined place, a to be determined date, and a to be determined time. So what do you do if your notice to appear itself, page 1, doesn't actually give you the date that you're supposed to appear in immigration court? Well, as we know, it's extremely important to appear in immigration court, even if the Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement fails to actually tell you when that date is going to take place. So there are a couple of other ways of finding out when your date is scheduled in immigration court. First, the most important thing you need to do is look at something that's called your alien number, which is your control number as an intending immigrant in the United States or somebody who's going to be applying for relief from removal proceedings. The alien number is a 9-digit number that starts with an A and then has 9 digits after that. And what you do is you always use that number to look into the immigration court automated system in order to find out when your court date is scheduled. So there are 2 ways to look into the immigration court automated system. The first way is that you can call the immigration court automated phone number, and that phone number is 1-800-898-7180. So if you call that number and you follow the prompts, and they actually offer the prompts in various languages. So if you call that phone number and you follow the prompts, you can actually enter your 9-digit alien number over your dial phone, and you will find out various information such as where your court is scheduled, the date and time that it's scheduled, and you can also find out other things such as if you've already filed an application, do you have an asylum clock, which we'll talk about in a different video, and how many days is on that clock. Another way to find out if your immigration court hearing is scheduled and when and where it is scheduled, as well as what judge it's scheduled in front of, is to go online and go to acis.eoir.justice.gov, that's G-O-V. And what's going to come up on the screen is going to be something called automated case information. And this is the online version of the immigration court's automated system. And all you need to do is take that same 9-digit alien number that we just talked about, enter it into the automated case information system on that first page that pops up in front of you. And if your alien number is in the system and if you're scheduled for something, then you're going to see the date and time and location and judge that you need to appear in front of for immigration court. So these are the various ways that you can find out when you're scheduled to appear and where you need to appear for immigration court if you're issued an NTA. As always, we here at Hemrick O'Malley are happy to answer any questions to people about their notices to appear, questions that they have about immigration court when they're scheduled, how to get scheduled, which we'll talk about in a later video, and any other immigration matters. We're happy to hear from you. You can feel free to give us a call at 833-848-7838, or you can find us online at hemrick.law. And until next time, I look forward to talking to everyone soon.